He's looking at her, look how she looks, look how this looks, look how that looks. Nadratu shahwa is purely looking at her from a shahwa from perspective. No, marriage has objectives more than that. That is part of it, like in more than that. Today I want to mention maqasidun nikah. I talked about how important marriage is, but what is the objective of marriage? A lot of people don't know the objective why they're getting married. They've restricted marriage in what? Nadratu shahwa. He looks at this woman, I'm going to fulfill my desires with her. Is only based on desires. Or the woman is looking at the man purely based on desires. He's got 6 packs on his ears. He does i'tikaf in the gym. Look at his arms. Look how big he is. Look how strong he is. He's looking at her. Look how she looks. Look how this looks. Look how that looks. Nadratu shahwa is purely looking at her from a shahwa from perspective. No, marriage has objectives more than that. That is part of it, like in more than that. The first thing min maqasid al-nikah is husul al-tanasul. Having children. The reason why you get married, my brothers and sisters, is to have children. That's the reason why you want to marry a person. You want to have children. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Nahl, وَاللَّهُ جَعَلَ لَكُم مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا وَجَعَلَ لَكُم مِّنْ أَزْوَاجِكُمْ بَنِينَ وَحَفَدًا وَرَزَقَكُم مِّنَ الطَّيِّبَاتِ. In this surah, Allah mentions subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah has made from you, Adam, Hawa, azwajan, wives, وَجَعَلَ لَكُمْ, and has made for you, min azwajikum, your spouses, banina wa hafada, progeny and children, right? وَرَزَقَكُم مِّنَ الطَّيِّبَاتِ, and Allah has provided you from the good. So your wife, when you're marrying her, you want to have children. This is the woman you picked to be the mother of your children. She picked you, she chose you, she accepted your hand in marriage because she wants you to be the father of her kids. The father of her kids. She trusts you, she believes in you. So the reason of what? Maqasidun nikah is what? At-tanasul. It's one of the min a'zami manafi'u wa maqasidun nikah. ولذلك look what the Prophet, he said, تزوجوا, men marry, الودود الولود, marry the woman who makes it her job to make her husband love her. She is al-wadud. Al-wadud means what? She wants her husband to love her. She takes every halal step that is required for her husband to love her. She beautifies herself for him. She says to him what he loves to hear. She al-wadud. Also al-waluda. She wants to have children. She's like, 10 is not enough. Make it 15. 15 is not enough. Yeah? Yeah, brothers. 20. Al-waluda. She is one who just wants to have children. And that husband, what does he do for her? Her wanting to have all of those children for him is something that he repays her with good. He takes care of her. He looks after her. فَإِنِّي مُكَاثِرٌ الْأَنْبِيَاءَ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. You're taking this from the Prophet when you don't do this. The Prophet said the day of judgment, I, Nabiullah Muhammad, want to say to the other prophets, look at my ummah. Look how large they are in number. Look how large they are in quantity. I want to do that, the Prophet, he said. So if you're claiming that you love the Prophet, give him this. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Imam Ahmad narrated this, and Abu Dawood and Nasai and Ibn Hibban. And Shaykh al-Albani said about this hadith, Sahihun li ghayrihi. This hadith which is Sahihun li ghayrihi. So when you're choosing a woman, what are you looking at? You're looking for a woman who doesn't see it as a problem to make herself love her husband. Nowadays, you find some sisters, and I'm not saying this is all the sisters, but it's so hard for her to even try to admit that she loves her husband. I remember one time there was a wife and a husband that had a conflict. I was looking into their situation. One of the things I ask when I'm trying to deal with their marriage problems, I say to the sister, do you love your husband? Do you want to be with him? Because it's important for us to understand that if we want to bring them together. If one person doesn't want this marriage at all, then what you're saying is going on. And I say the same to the brother. Do you love your wife? Yes. You tend to find that the sisters are like, no, I'm in this for the kids. I'm in this for the kids. And she loves him so much. But she's like, I'm in this for the kids. She doesn't want to express her feelings towards her husband. She finds it hard to do it. تَزَوَّجُ الْوَدُودَ. The woman has to want her husband to love her. She works towards making her husband love her. The same with a husband, and we're going to talk about that later. And al-waluda, a woman who wants to have children. The woman who's like, I want to have one boy and one girl, and that's it. La la, al-waluda. Choose the woman who wants to have children for you, brother. فإني, because this is something you're giving to your Prophet salawatullahi wa salamuhu alayhi. So he can go to the other prophets and say, look how large my ummah is. So that's one of the objectives of marriage, my brothers and sisters. Also from the objectives of marriage. And by the way, if you don't understand these maqasid, your look at marriage is going to be very, very shallow. The objectives of marriage is also al-isti'nas wa-tarahum wa-ishba'u al-raghbati al-atifiyya fi nafsi al-insan. Yes, marriage is to fulfill a emotional thing inside us. Allah did not create us to be loners. The concept of wanting to be by yourself, Allah didn't create us. ولذلك the scholars, they say when it comes to the ayah, يا أيها الناس إنا خلقناكم من ذكر وأنثى وجعلناكم شعوبا وقبائل لتعارفوا. Some of the scholars, they say لتعارفوا, it means لتعايشوا, so you can live together. A person is مدني بالطبع. مدني بالطبع means what? You can't live alone. We need each other. If you get isolated and put in a room by yourself and you go into solitary confinement, it's a great form of punishment. It's a what? It's a great form of punishment. We all need, there's an emotional need in us where we want to interact with people. And marriage is that thing. That the wife and the husband, they can talk to each other. All the frustration, all of the headache that the man felt when he went work comes to his wife and he tells her about it. And she's like, you know what, may Allah bless you for what you do for us. And she tells him what hardship she went through in the house with the kids and what they've been doing to her. And he calms her down and he tells her, don't worry. And all of her frustration, he can listen to it. And he's willing to listen to it. إشباع الرغبة العاطفية. We all have that, right? Also, we have this need, my brothers and sisters, to be reassured of the importance of ourselves on this earth. Everybody wants that, right? The wife wants to know that she's important, that she means something to you, right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, through marriage, this is what is fulfilled. That's what Allah said in the ayah. وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ أَنْ خَلَقَ لَكُم مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا لِتَسْكُنُوا. لِتَسْكُنُوا is what? That need of you know what? After work, I just want to be with my wife. لتسكنوا إليها. وجعل بينكم مودة ورحمة. And the mawadda, that love, that mercy that you have in your heart, all of that is an emotional thing. And that's what it's there for. That's the objective of marriage. Your wife, if she is the most beautiful woman, or your husband is the most beautiful man, but when you talk to them, you're always like, why did I even talk to this person? Why am I even talking to them? I wish I never even talked to you. That's a problem. وَمِن مَقَاصِدِ النِّكَاحِ فِي شَرْعِنَا. From the objectives of marriage in our religion is what? إِحْصَانُ الْفَرْجِ وَحِفْظُ الْعِرْضِ. It's to protect your private part and your honor. That's also from it. But it's not the only thing. A lot of people restricted it to this. مَنِ اسْتَطَاعَ الْبَاءَةَ فَلْيَتَزَوَّجْ. Whoever from amongst you is able to be sexually active, then get married. If you're sexually heavy and you're looking around and you see yourself struggling to lower your gaze, فَلْيَتَزَوَّجْ. Get married. It's a solution. Why? فَإِنَّهُ أَغَضُّ لِلْبَصَرِ وَأَحْصَنُ لِلْفَرْجِ. It allows you to lower your gaze and it also allows you to protect your private part. وَمَنْ لَمْ يَسْتَطِعْ. Anyone who's not able to get married now, فَعَلَيْهِ بِالصَّوْمِ. The religion has only given you one solution, which is to fast. فَإِنَّهُ لَهُ وِجَاء. Because that will castrate. That will protect your desires. What do? Fast. What? Fast. فَإِنَّهُ لَهُ وِجَاء. Fasting will do what? It will castrate you. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said in a hadith Jabir radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, إِذَا أَحَدُكُمْ أَعْجَبَتْهُ الْمَرْأَةِ. If you were walking outside and then you saw this woman and she fascinated you, and you thought to yourself, wow, she looks so beautiful. فَوَقَعَتْ فِي قَلْبِي. And that woman, she's fallen in your heart, that you start having feelings towards that person, or shaitan whispers to you. What do? فَلْيَعْمِدْ إِلَى مَرَأَتِهِ. Go to your wife. You've got a wife at home, go to her, fulfill your desires there. فَلْيُوَاقِعْهَا فَإِنَّ ذَلِكَ يَرُدُّ مَا فِي نَفْسِهِ. That desire that you had, this will get rid of it. So if you have a wife, you're fulfilled. So yes, from the things that marriage does is protect your private parts, protect your sight. Also, from the objectives is to protect humankind and the human race. If everybody says, yeah, guess what, I don't want to have children, then are we going to exist? No, we're not. Also, marriage, the objectives of marriage is that it brings the bond between people. Now this becomes my father-in-law, this one becomes my brother-in-law, and now this person, this is taqwiyatu al-mujtama'. The society come together, it strengthens the bond. My children's uncle is so-and-so, and that the bond is stronger now. All of these are the objectives of marriage, my brothers and sisters. Marriage, my brothers and sisters, its ruling is differed upon based on what situation you're in. Sah? Some people it's obligatory for them. Some people it's haram. Some of them it's disliked. And some of them it's just permissible. If you want to get married, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But guess what you can't do? You cannot say, I don't want to get married to go closer to Allah. This is an innovation. If you say, I do not want to get married, and the reason why I'm not getting married is because I want to get closer to Allah by that, then what you're doing is called a bid'ah. It's an innovation. You can't leave off marriage ala sabili ta'abbud, as a form of worship. So you say, I'm not going to get married. I'm preventing myself from getting married because I want to get closer to Allah by this. This is an innovation. This is a what? It's an innovation. You're not allowed to. The Prophet ﷺ, what did he say? Alayhi salatu wasalam, فَمَنْ رَغِبَ عَنْ سُنَّتِي فَلَيْسَ مِنِّي. And you know the three men that came to the Prophet's house, right? And they asked about the Prophet's ibadah. فَأُخْبِرُوا بِهَا. And they got told about it. كَأَنَّهُمْ تَقَالُّوهَا. They thought, okay, the Prophet, his ibadah is not that much. And maybe because his sins are forgiven. وَأَيْنَ نَحْنُ مِنَ النَّبِي صلى الله عليه وسلم فَقَدْ غُفِرَ لَهُ مَا تَقَدَّمَ مِنْ ذَنْبِ وَمَا تَأَخَّرَ. And one of them, what did he say? أَمَا أَنَا, as for me, فَأَعْتَزِلُ النِّسَاءَ, I'm going to stay away from the women. فَلَا أَتَزَوَّجُ أَبَدًا, I'm never going to get married. Why did he say, I don't want to get married ever? Because he was trying to get closer to Allah by that. But if a person says, I don't want to get married because of I just don't want right now, I want to do some things, I want to focus on this, I want to focus on that, that's permissible. There's nothing wrong with that.